Welcome back. Right, now then, I am going to take my own advice. I think I did the animals, let's just double check on the last episode. Yes, and did I check the milk? I have a sneaky feeling I did. Let's check. I know the only job we've got really to do is to take everything off that there, and to be honest, that's not a major job. I can take that when I need all the stuff off. So right, milk, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, well, it was a yellow connection. Right, what we're going to do then is literally speed up time with no further ado, and we will get through the day. I'm not faffing around doing jobs that don't exist, and I'm not mucking around with the yard. She'll literally sleep. Oh, that's brilliant, snow's gone. Aha, hang on 1 second. Aha! Now that is one job we can do. Smashing. I've been waiting for that to go for a long time, so let's get that. Now then, I can't remember if we fill that completely. That's the question. Let's take that back up. I think we did. Myself. The garage, did I? No. This is just the only thing when you've got running 2 Let's Plays, it's reminding yourself which equipment you've got at which farm on which Let's Play. Right, so this is full. So, right, what we do need to do then is, actually, let's stop that for a minute. We need to grab the... I want to go and get the other load of manure from the other farm, so we're going to need the riller machine. Let's quickly grab that. Oh, wow. Looks like between that at the top farm and that here we could probably almost get a second set, which we may well do. Because as we know, manure on this is worth a lot of money. It is one of the biggest ways we made our money on this this map, to be honest, so definitely not to be sneered at. Let's shut that gate. I love the triggers on this map, they are really amazing. On the Attingham farm, it's... Again, all new maps are a little bit like that. You've got to expect, if you play a new map, don't expect the mod maker to have got everything spot on. You are playtesting for them, and it's an honour to play a map like Attingham. It really is amazing. After 6 Ashes, to be honest, I think everyone had got high expectations, and truly shouldn't be disappointed if you're playing the map early on, because there's bound to be little tiny wrinkles that need ironing out, and I found a couple, but again, if I choose to play that map early on, then that's down to me. You've got to expect it to be like that. Right. Let's take this to the biogas. Yeah, I could have run the thing up to the slurry yard, but let's just go with it a little. Let's not sweat it. Let's just enjoy the game. I must remember though to get the bales instead of grabbing the straw in the loose. It's amazing how when you follow the pattern for such... Oh, there's a bale in there. It's amazing when you follow the pattern for a long time how... That's a point, didn't I? Oh wow, that's growing well. Did I have any silage? I think I took them. Sure I did. Got sidetracked with... Oh, that snow's still there. Yeah, it is amazing now when you follow a pattern with your farm. Like, you know, I've filled the straw up in the from the One for All into the the loose products, and I've got all these straw bales, and I'm still using the one for all. It's because you sort of get into a habit mentally. I've got to stop it and start using the proper straw bales. It's silly. Right, let's just drop this off, because we want to grab the... Hang on, I did grab the... It's not... Has the manure gone or what? Oh no, it's there. Oh, of course, that's the one for all. Ugh. We'll go backwards. Oh, I expected my trees to grow a little bit. They're still tiny weeny little things. Aren't they? They're still the same growth stage, or are they slightly bigger? No, they're the same, aren't they, as they ever were? Right. It's nice to see that everything's poking through the soil. Our canola. Wow, pulling off with this weight. Midwinter. Didn't think I'd be doing anything on the speed up time, but once that snow went, I've been threatening for days to get the manure from the old place. It'd be nice to grab that before we get any more snow, to be honest. Now then, we nearly did this last time in this view. I'm not expecting great things. It's been a tough day at work, so my concentration's not at its best, but hey, I shall give it my best shot. Each and every time we come this way, we'll give it a first attempt to do it with this first, in this view. It's not spinning round. Why are you not turning? Right, well, that was right back to square one, as bad as the first time I tried it, which is a bit of a deflation after the last time when I nearly did it, which just goes to show. Wow, once you start to go the wrong way, it takes such a lot of effort to turn a heavy trailer round. Right, let's go and get the next. So what we are going to do though, we'll go back to the farm. I'm not going to be silly, and we'll get that at the old field. Oh Madge, no, it's probably sillier to go all the way back to the farm. And let's have a look. Is it silly really? How much have we got? Yeah, between that and the bit that's left in the other, I should say we get another 40,000. And in winter, money's hard to come by. So yeah, I will. It's not a waste of time just to run down the road. That's tiredness speaking. And I'm not listening. Right, let's get this bit first. It is nice to see the crops, the canola coming through though. Wow, this road's busy tonight. much we've got here. I think it was a 20 odd thousand-ish. I'm sure that's what it was on that last day. That's everything, isn't it? Yeah, that looks good to me. Right, let's go up to the side. And we should go grab the rest. And we should get another 40,000. There's still be a little bit left for another. Not that we're going to do a third run, but let's get this finished. What we're going to do is we are going to grab the digestate lorry, the liquid tanker. We'll bring that down in the on the little Sammy. Can't manage it very well. Oh, actually, thinking about it, probably best with the truck. That can manage that, no problem. No, they've got to be careful going across here. It's some weird bumps. He says as it's fine. I still remember the time the little Sammy went to a tumbler. That was a right. That could have been a lot worse though. We managed to get out of that one with no trickery, no resets or anything. It's a lovely feeling, that is, when you actually do manage to turn things around from a situation where you know you've got to reset normally. I love to have a go at trying to, can I solve the puzzle that the game throws me, or is it one of those where the only way you can get out of it is a reset? Which there have been times in this game. In my Sudbury Meadows wood days when I spilt a trailer that got 50 grand's worth of wood, and you're like, oh no, if I've got to do this I'm going to lose 50 grand's worth of product that's taken me an hour to pack, to cut and to pack. And so yeah, I soon learnt how to use, Big Bud was an absolutely amazing. Used to use that and reverse into the thing. It's amazing how strong they are, how good they are at putting pressure. Often though you had to use a couple of tractors at the same time. So one front loader is amazing now at the right angle. If you use the wood and prod at it, I think there have been odd occasions where you've got a couple of tractors. I think I was using John Deere 6Ms I think at the time. They were my go-to at that point. There weren't that many modded tractors. They were very reasonable for the horsepower. I don't think I've quite cleared that. That's going to knock my trailer, I think. Oh no, just did it. Yeah, and then used two of them with front loaders on. That's prodding the wood at certain angles, one at one end, one at the other, and then a Big Bud to put pressure on in the middle with the power of the Big Bud and the two front loaders pushing the wood at the right time. It is amazing how many times I managed to turn that around from certain loss of 50 grand to actually managing to do it. Again, time though, there have been times when it's taken 3/4 of an hour to do that, and you sort of have got to weigh up, well, was that worth doing that really, when you consider, or would it have been better to just reset it? But I don't know, I think it's also that knowing you actually manage to you never really beat the game, but you know what I mean. Knowing that you're, through hook and by crook, by skill, you actually manage to, in a way, beat the game, but you know what I mean. It's literally managing through your wits and skill somehow. Not when I say skill, I mean that very loosely, because there are also times that there's a certain element of luck as well as skill, but I think it's that not giving in sometimes, that no, I'm sure I can do this. It's that persevering that I think really makes it, which is another reason why I often show my errors. One thing I admire about Mr. Seeley P is he does make mistakes, but he's man enough to show those mistakes. He shows the good and the bad, and I like that, because there are a lot of content creators that they'll use they're not very good at bail handling, and so they speed the video up, and so it looks like that they're perfectly good with bail handling, because all you see is the super fast. Right, we want the truck. Let's grab that. Let's not forget while I'm waffling. Yeah, I think that's a very admirable quality when a content creator is not ashamed to show their humanity, because I think that's the best of us. It's not always about getting things right, it's about having the guts to show the wrongs that you... Where is the truck? What on earth is that? Oh, it's a wood pile, okay. Yeah, it's having the guts to sort of show the failures just as much as it is, you know, there's... I just, you know, sometimes I seriously think I'm absolutely... I ran right past it. Really? Couldn't see that. Right, anyway. Yeah, I do. I think it's quite an amazing sort of fact that of content creators, when they do show that, they've got the guts to show the rough, and the fact that sometimes, recently on one of Mr. CLP's episodes, one of his latest, one of his subscribers, for whatever reason, whether it was someone taking the mick or whether he was misinformed or whether... I mean, I've had this myself. I had a mod that was effective, that was not a mod hub mod, and it actually did something else as well as what it should have done. It actually turned grass into silage. If you save the game... If you saved the game and you had silage bales that were grass, on a bale trailer, any bale trailer, it didn't matter what it was, it would, if you went out of the game and came back in, those grass bales turned to silage. Now, I didn't know for a long time that it was that mod. It was only by trial and error, by switching that mod off, and even that was a bit of a gut instinct where I found out that had caused something. So sometimes it's not that the subscriber does lead someone down the garden path, it's that there's some sort of mod clash or some kind of not a mod hub mod. It's something I don't do now. I don't think I've done it in a long while. I think once I got a massive plough, and again I do think it's that we've really got to support the proper modders, not just that, not for the fact that they get the accolades for their hard work, but also you don't know what you're downloading. I mean, I always do scan these nasties, but you don't know what's in the code, and like I got that secondary thing where it caused something else unforeseen to happen. It wasn't a bad thing in one way, but it caused me to have an advantage that I was not fully aware of until I discovered that. In fact, I was so convinced that everyone, I thought, with it being so natural to me, I think I'd played with that mod for about a year, I was totally in the darkest of the fact it didn't happen to everybody, because I'd used that mod for a year, and I always, if I've discovered by accident that if I had grass bales on any trailer, if I saved the game and came out, I didn't overuse it, but if laterally, obviously, any session comes to an end, you play for a bit and then literally you stop. So when I came back in the next time, all of my grass bales always turned... Let's just put this... Always turned to silage, which it was a big advantage, to be truthful, but again, one that I was totally unaware of. Sorry about that, I was not trying to go through the trees. But it was a big advantage, which I didn't realise what the cause was until that fateful day. And you feel such an idiot. And Mr. CLP got told something by one of his subscribers, whether it was something like mine or whether it was someone having a bit of a laugh at Mr. CLP's expense, maybe not. I don't know what it was the cause of it, but bottom line is he did not cut that out. He didn't, he said he might have, but even then he didn't say, oh yeah, this guy's taken the mick, the same as myself. You're not sure. If it's somebody on your subscriber list, you may well... I think my instincts would be to trust somebody first on my subscriber list, because you'd think, well, why is this person watching me? Of course, some people do like to cause trouble, and I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that this subscriber was, but it's a possibility. But nevertheless, Mr. CLP was man enough to sort of literally say, well, it is what it is. I think I've been seen coming with this one, but he didn't point the finger, didn't really lay into the subscriber or anything like that, because he didn't know for certain, and it is true. You just gotta go with it a bit, and even if it is, be strong enough really, and big enough of a man or a woman to admit to the fact that well, I'm a human being, I make mistakes. I'm not Mr. Perfect, I'm not always going to get things right. I mean, on this Let's Play, I've gone into bushes at the beginning of this. I don't know whatever went through my brain. I think I was just tired that night. Literally, I went straight past the thing, straight into the bushes, and it caused such mayhem. 1 second, which is true to life. It does happen. People do have lapses in concentration, and bang, and they regret what happens next. And I think it's dealing with the fallout that really decides what kind of person you are. That faith of dealing with a situation and not running away. That's a true human being, whether man or woman, as someone who has got the guts and character to face the situation. No, I've definitely gone too far at that. I know I have. So let's pull out a little bit. I'm not giving in just yet. Let's try. Not to go too much. If I turn too much, I'll do it the other way. It's just the bit where you're going more by instinct than anything. Right, I can see the bottom of the ramp. Got to spin around a bit more, I'm going to fall off. And I also need to turn around quickly. Straighten up a bit, or I'm going to go off the other side. Now then, this is where I chickened out last time. When I got to a certain point, I was afraid I was going to go off at the top. It's a matter of a bit of faith. He says as a disaster occurs and he drops off the other side. Well, let's just try. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. No. Ooh, no, that really is definitely going that way. Wow, that's really going that way quickly. It is. Wow. Right, yeah. I can see I'm actually stuck on something, so I've literally got to... Yeah, I can feel that. Wasn't bad. Well, it was, but... it was an effort. I got halfway up again. That's at least 2 or 3 times now I've got halfway up by doing it the looking backwards method, so... It's so much more difficult. I think I'm going to have to pay more attention to my mirrors at the front, to be honest. I'm just thinking, why did I not continue with my truck following me all the way to this? Can't believe that. I'm going to have to run across and get it now. Silly Wally, it would have saved me a lot of time. Oh dear. What am I caught on? Oh wow, that's stuck. Oh. Okay, whoa. Right, let's go grab that. Let's speed it up slightly, because otherwise we're not going to have that digestate gone. Got to try and get better at... No, 60 will do. 120 is way too fast. It'll be 10 o'clock before you blink. All of these sort of skills, as a content creator, as a player, speeding up time, getting a feel for things, the mechanics, how they work well together, all those type of stuff. Even your knowledge of the mods that you use a lot. I always find it when you start to inject new mods in, there are always unforeseen circumstances. The mod doesn't work quite as well as you think, but sometimes you can give up a little bit too easily and something can work out really well if you just persevere a bit more. So truthfully, sometimes it is... I'm going to pull this to the side a little and wait here. Right, torch. Let's grab that truck. Oh, I love the sound of the crickets. Fantastic. Hang on, where did I put... Was it through there? Did I leave it? Yes, I see it. Do you know, I just dropped it off. Bad memory. Right. Okay. Remember, pull wide. Oh, but be careful. Really do need to pull wide. I'm going to hit something. You've got to be careful not to go too fast over this. When the bridge goes and meets the road, at that point this truck always seems to do a bit of a bang and goes a bit funny. If you go too fast, it seems to be alright at slower speeds. You don't notice it, but you've got to be careful. I've done it a few times, full pelt at about 40-50 mile an hour, and it always catches me and almost stops you as if you've jammed your brakes on. So let's get this digestate. Run over to the slurry yard. Oh, that looks like... Oh no, it's not a 0, I don't think. It's got more... Oh, it is. Yep, it is. Let's turn that time down then to 5 again. At least we're getting paid for all of our all of the manure in 2 runs. That should be 32,000, unless I left some last time, in which case, if I did, I'll do 2 runs. If I didn't and it's just 32,000, I'm just going to get the 25. Oh, it's a bit close to that wall. Yeah, just 32,000. So I'm just going to grab the 25. We'll grab the other 7,000 next time, because if we do another 16, it's going to be pretty much a full load then. If we just did one manure run, which would probably be the most likely that we would do most of the time with a manure run, so just saves wasting time running. I wonder what payout we're going to get, whether we're going to be getting a good amount at the slurry yard or whether it's going to be one of the usual 12 to 14s. Well, in fact 14 is a good one. 12 is about the most common-ish, the norm. Yeah, I can see the lights, there's nothing coming at the minute. Oh, where is that away there? Oh wow, it's busy tonight. For 20 past 10 at night. Well then, going back slowly, does it over this bridge. Okay. I'm going to leave the truck down here emptying and jump in the tractor and go back to the farmyard, because this really could not the truck that could normally come, but I need to leave it. Let's switch the lights off. Right, light. Let's get back to that farmyard and get to sleep. Let's get some shut-eye before tomorrow morning. Oh, they've grown! Oh wow! Would you believe it? I'm glad we saw that in this episode, because you guys and gals will have seen that they really had not grown, and now, just within the space of a few minutes, oh, it's caught up and they've actually grown. Oh, I'm so chuffed. I've been waiting for that to happen. That's made my day, that has. Fantastic. A bit of growth, finally. I know in seasons it does take... I can't remember what I did. It's weird, isn't it, when you hear so many things about Farming Simulator from so many different content creators. I know when you run in seasons, it does take an awful long time to grow a tree from start to finish. Is it 5 years, or it's a long time? Or is it 10? It can't be 10 surely, but it's one thing. Obviously, if you're doing sort of forestry, the base game is definitely the way to go. But oh wow. That's super. 18,000. I think that is the most I've ever seen that. Oh no, did I see? Well, I might have seen 19 once. That's still brilliant though. Wow, that's fantastic. Wow, still can't believe the fact that when I bought the thing, that the one thing that they'd planted was exactly the same as me, canola. So all fields of canola. I mean, canola's a fantastic crop, and it is a very, even on hard, it's a really not a bad payout for hard economy. So it's good, but it just did tickle me that literally even the farmer had planted exactly the same crop as myself. Right, we'll leave this actually on the side for tonight. Oh, I did that then. Right, Betty buys. A late one at that. I've got to be up at the crack of dawn. Luckily it's winter, so I don't suppose that's so... Right, 10:30. Be 8:30. That'll do nicely. Oh, left my torch on. Batteries will be gone in the morning. 40 grand. There, light off. Excellent. Animals. Let's have a look. How are we doing? Oh wow, manure's up to 24,000 again. 142. Oh wow. So 77 would have been 140, 154. So actually, we're not far off. All of our original cows giving birth. Now, one thing I am going to do is, let's grab this first. We're going to sort out the males, because any males that will just literally sell. Let's have a look at them. When is the best time to do that? Thinking about it, it's the lowest time is in summer 3-4. So when is the best time to sell cows? Surely imagine it's not far off. Yeah, it's pretty. There's not much in it, is it? Looking across the board there. So yeah, I think now's as good a time as any to get rid of the male cows, to be honest, because we just want breeding stock. So any males we will sell at the markets today. It's around the other side, isn't it? We just drop that and let's put this on. Let's get this cleaned up first. Oh. It's a bit too tight against the ground. On this one, if this one allows you to, yeah. Okay. I don't know, you mucky cows. I've just literally done that, and you've just gone and chucked another lot. What do you like? Alright, so let's pull that back. In fact, let's do the water. Let's drop that down, let's pull back a little bit. So, and let's drop that off. Let's see if we can get out without dragging it with us like we usually do. Terrible at that. Let's see, I've not left that at the best of angles. Let's grab it. In fact, no, let's leave that out. We know that we can't fill it today, so it seems silly to drag that in. Let's drop the straw. We'll get rid of this trailer load of straw, and then we'll start to put proper bales in, or test the bales. I know you can't always put bales in, and on some of them, and on others you can, so we'll have to test that theory out. Because it's fantastic. Oh, caught on the metal of that. Just sneak over that manure if it'll let us. Let's come around this. see we should have a goodly amount of milk if the... As I said, actually I said that on my Greenwich Valley Let's Play, not this one. It's... Oh, why did I stop that? I've never known the milk people to strike twice on the trot, but that doesn't mean to say it won't... Ah, yeah, I'm right. So, wow. 60,000. Whoa, excellent. Wow, even on hard. I said 50,000, but that is such a lot of milk. That's brilliant. Wow, 123,000. Whoa, on hard. That is amazing. Right. Why did I shut the gate? I'm going straight through. Talk about super duper on the ball, but... Oh, hang on, no. I don't need that, do I? I always make that mistake. It's weird. This is batting between two different Let's Plays. On my... well, actually three. I've got one that I play for just literally pleasure, which is Attingham. And on that one, you have to open the gate and everything's inside. This one and Thornton... Yeah, you've got like an alleyway on the Thornton one, so... No. Well, this is Thornton, you plonker. What I should say is my Greenwich Valley. Alright, let's do that. Let's have a look. How much do we need? Ooh, all of that, I think. 20. Yeah, definitely, both sides. Yeah, my Greenwich Valley, it's got like an alleyway, and you have to just go to the end of the alley, and you can just, with these side tippers, you can actually... Why are you... I hate that when they go wrong like that. Okay. This is going to be literally all and then a little bit. Slurry milk. Yeah, it's going to be good enough though. It's going to be close enough, to be honest. We'll go and quickly fill this. That's the animal sorted. To be honest though, there isn't an awful lot for us to do. So I'm still tempted to turn time up really, because the tiny weeny little jobs we've got to do around the yard, just grabbing those stuff off there, it's so minuscule that it just seems silly. We've planted all of our crops, we've done the milk, we've done the manure. Yeah, literally I think we'll fill this up ready for tomorrow. Ah, chickens. I did want to do chickens. May do pigs, but I don't feel confident enough that we've got enough. I need more food, because pig food costs such a lot of money. I'm not sure. Oops. Not quite. Now then. Let's pull that level down there. Let's see if there's any equipment as well. Let's have a bit of fun. It's not all drudge. Right, so there is one piece of equipment I would love having bought that on my other Let's Play. I'm trying to think, do we need... We're managing well with the tractors we've got at present. I would eventually like to buy, but we've not got so much money that we could truly afford to do that. Let's first of all do the job we said we're going to do. Let's get rid of any males. Because the whole idea of this really now is to increase the... Ah, there we go, there's one. Two, and your little one. Wow. Unfortunate with the birth so far, only 2 males. Look in my... Well, Let's Play. It wasn't many, but I think I got 5 or 6. Oh, great. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Wow, that's blown me away. Excellent. Right then, so chickens. So that means me getting... Do you know, I cannot be bothered. Yeah, two things we're going to do. Right, one is... Oh, no, that one can't actually. Let's have a bit of fun. One piece of equipment I really do love, that I've fallen in love with, which is absolutely amazing, and like the one that is my favourite to the left, the one that I'm using for the manure, the oh, do you know, my word brain's gone again. I shall show you. The Vinhuse, like the Vinhuse, is also excellent, and here we go. The side tipper, no, that one there. The Trans 48TC, absolutely amazing, love it. It's small as well, small, long, but is quite a large thing, and only 18,500, and takes all of those crops. But also works well with the milling machine, that is quite a feat, because the milling machine doesn't always play nicely. It'll fill completely, which again is quite a rare thing. So let's go for, we will go factory new. Let's go for low trailer, and we'll go for, I like the waves. Got the star. Yeah, let's go with the waves. I like that, it's nice. I do like the gold on the rims. I'm not a massive gold fan, but it goes so well with the decals. So let's go for it. That's one thing. And is there anything else we need, thinking about it? Truthfully, well, we've done all of a seeding. Maybe next year to invest in something like that. Right. Let's go grab that from the store. And on the way, oh, there's a post there, Mr. Smith. I would avoid that. It's not going to do your tractor any good. Right. Okay. That's what we could do. I think it's over by that one, isn't it? I'm sure this is the open animal dialog box. Oh, 500. Right, let's go for this. Yeah, bit of choice of eggs at the top of your priorities. Yeah, that is definitely what I'm after. Right then, if we go for let's have a look. Oh wow. Go something like 100. Can't remember how quickly these breed. And we'll take now then, roosters, how many? 100. If we go 10. Brilliant. Right, now then. Is this traditional, or is this going to be the new where you put water as well as? Let's have a look. Food and cleanliness. So what's that one for then? Because that's surely going to be the feed. So what's that one? Oh, is it that with the muck? Oh, of course, it's where you... It's where your eggs come, you plonker. Right, let's go get that, and then we'll grab some wheat. We'll get the 2,000 that we've got. No, in fact, we'll buy some, to be honest. Oh no, it's expensive. Let's get that 2,000. That'll do us for quite a while. Oh wow, I've never noticed that washing line before there. Wow, still got 103,000 after that. Buying that and doing the chickens. I know, we're going to get your food now. Oh, in fact, yes, let's be realistic. We don't want time affecting those. We're not doing any proper farm work in the truest sense. I don't want them dying because we've allowed hours to spread, which of course wouldn't be realistic. We're just literally going to grab the thing, so let's do this realistically. We don't want any conservationists accusing me of killing chickens. I'm rather partial to chickens. Oh wow, settle down. Oh, I can do that easily. That's my alarm telling me my time is up. I have achieved my 45 minutes. I am, of course, not going to listen to it exactly. We are not going to leave this half done. We are going to feed the chickens. We can't leave the chickens for days between recording sessions for being fed, even though time will be frozen. Let's grab that wheat. And we just, thinking about it, is this trailer a bit too big? I would like eventually, in fact, yeah, I suppose we could do that. I would like a silo down this end as well as up that end, but for the fact that obviously there's sort of two sides to this, to our setup. One, obviously this end we've got field 8 that's massive, and I know I could run it down to the other silo, but it just seems, oh actually there is a silo in the yard. Let's test this out, because this was one of the mysteries I remember about this particular farm, because it's not showing up as capacity, because our other one's 500,000 and it just shows that we've got 500,000, which suggests we have no capacity at this end, which is very bizarre. So let's test by seeing if we can dump the wheat there or not. See if we can wake up its capacity. Yeah, there is a bale through there, I can see it. Let's go mountaineering again. I have softened it somewhat. It is better than last year, but it's still not exactly the type of... Oh wow, that was rather a quick fill. Oh my life, I can't believe how quick that was. Whoa. It's another reason why having a second silo manager. I would this year definitely do some work on this. I did say that last year. We'll get the bucket and we'll shift some of the earth. Just role playing now and sort that out. Or really, we will get the landscaping tool, and we shall level, which will cost me an absolute arm and a leg because it is such a big steep hill. Let's try. Let's not give in without a try. I do want to see I need a bit of depth perception, I think. Oh, it's on left. Let's change the tip side. Oh wow. Mind you, I did actually have quite a few of them, so yeah, that does make sense. Actually, no, let's be realistic. It's a bit too tight to leave that in there, to be honest. Whoops. Need to go out a bit shallower than that. I know you wouldn't really care about this, but let's shut the gate. After all, let's face it, they are out and about anyway, so it wouldn't make a bit of difference shutting the gate. Right, let's have a look then. Yeah, cleanliness 100%. No wonder. We just grab a little skid steer. Oh wow. No, it's not worth it. I've got the literally right just around the corner. I've got the bucket, haven't I? It's ridiculous to think like that. We'll just use that. Right, and on that note, I am going to leave it. We have chickens now. We've got 103,000 in the bank. That is absolutely amazing for saying we'd got 18,000 this morning, and we've spent 18 or just over 20-ish grand. So that is amazing. Got 100 odd chickens, and our cows are absolutely doing amazing. 142 of our own cows. So that's an awful lot of births. We only had 77, so that is absolutely doing amazing. Got rid of any oh, it says I've just got rid of any males, and I've just seen one then. Right, let's just go and sort that out, and that's where we're going to leave it. Don't know whether that's a fresh birth or whether that's one I missed. I would have thought it was a fresh birth, to be honest, because I'm sure I wasn't that bad. Come on, I've seen you, I know you're there. Aha. Oh, it definitely was there, 0.4 years. Aha. 2. Brilliant. Confirm. Lovely. So all females again, and that is where we're going to leave it. So with no further ado and no further waffling, I am going to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're going to continue on this journey. I think we are doing absolutely amazing. For saying this is hard economy and how far we've come, I'm absolutely blown away. It might have been for myself, from playing on normal economy, but it's definitely been a longer ride than normal. I think we are about 50 something episodes through, and on my Greenwich Valley I think we are doing far better, which you would expect at I think episode 40. Yeah, actually I think I'm approaching 60 on this, and I'm approaching 50 on Greenwich Valley, and I've got tractors and equipment coming out of my ears on this. That is one of the first pieces of equipment we bought, that new trailer. And yeah, I mean, I know we bought little tiny very cheap things, but we're still running on the things that we need rather than the things that we want, and I'm hoping that, truthfully speaking, that we start to turn that around on this Let's Play as well, and start to buy a few bits of equipment that we would want, not what we need. So yes, that's what I'm hoping where we actually go this year, because again, I'm happy with the fields that we've got. I'm happy with the animals, and again, to be honest, as I said with my Greenwich Valley, I cannot see the end just yet, and I would like one of my end conditions to be that the cows reach 500 by natural means, not by, if I bought them up to 250, I would want them to grow to 500 from the 250 that we produce. So however long that would be one finishing condition. And again, I'm open to any suggestions from any viewer that literally wants to suggest, because this is, as I've said from the very beginning, it's not just words, this is a journey. It is, I mean, this is the beginning of my journey as a content creator, so subscribers are a bit short on the ground on both of my Let's Plays, but I am working on the principle that I am not talking to myself, I'm talking to the people who will eventually watch this, and it's their decision, so that I'm after on where we go on this journey together, because this is about decisions being made, not just by myself. I think guidance from other people, the same as guidance on things to where to go, direction for the farm, things to buy, what other people's input. I am very much interested in what other people think about where the farm should go, and end conditions for the Let's Play. I don't think that we've reached there yet, but I feel that we're a goodly way through the journey. We're just beginning to get to the point where we're starting to have a little bit of money where we can actually think, right, I want to buy some equipment, I want to buy something I want. I mean, don't get me wrong, the farm cost 700,000, as we well know, painstakingly a full year of saving up with nothing else on the horizon other than buying the farm. We've achieved that. We've got lots of fields. We did far better on the fields than I ever anticipated. So it's now, where do we go from here? And not obviously any guidance from any subscribers would be very, very much favourably received. But, as I promised a few minutes ago, with no further waffling, I'm going to say goodbye for now.